What's a polygon? If you had to say it in your own words. It's a shape with a lot of sides. Okay. What kind of sides are in the polygon? Are they straight? Are they curvy? They're all straight sides. Yes. There you go. A figure with at least 3 straight sides. So yes, if it's curvy, it's not a polygon. It has to be straight sides. So we're going to start today by talking about both interior and exterior angles of a polygon. So we're going to start with the interior. Can I have somebody read this little like paragraph here? Zarian, go for it. Nice and loud. Thank you. Okay. So on the left, we've got some names of polygons, and there are a couple pictures for you as well. We're going to start by doing like the first 2 rows together, and then I'm going to give you a little bit of time to work with the people at your table to see if you can fill out the chart and kind of notice a pattern or 2. So first polygon is a triangle. Obviously, you know what a triangle looks like. How many sides are in a triangle? 3 sides, good. And how many triangles make up that triangle? 1. There's 1 triangle in the triangle. If you were to add up all of the interior angles in a triangle, what should you always get? 180 what? Degrees. Good. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you say it. Beautiful. There's your first one. Triangle. Second one, quadrilateral. Everyone say quadrilateral. There we go. How many sides are in the quadrilateral? 4. Now, looking at that quadrilateral, how many triangles make up that quadrilateral? There's 2 triangles within it. Now, if you had to guess the sum of the interior angles, what would you guess it was? Why? Okay, so you've got 1 triangle here. This is 180. This triangle here is also 180. If you add those 2 together, you get 360. Okay, I want you, I'm going to give you about 3 or 4 minutes. I want you to fill out the rest of the chart. So talk to people at your table, fill out the rest of that chart. Give you a couple minutes. Probably want a calculator. Unless you're very good at mental math. The 10th. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Because once they start getting like bigger, it's just hard to fit all the pictures in. That's the only reason. Nothing more than that. Give you about 1 more minute. Check with people at your table, see if you get the same thing. All right. Does yours look like mine?
Kind of.
Kind of.
I just didn't finish.
Oh, okay. Just like it. Good. So if you're not finished, take a second. Finish it up. And what I'd like to do is talk a little bit about any patterns that you see. All right, Zarian, what's one pattern that you see? For what?
The number of triangles.
Okay, so number of triangles, yeah, are going up by 1 each time. Good. What else do you notice?
Number of sides.
Yup, number of sides are also going up 1 at a time. Good. What else? Okay, good. This piece here, each time you're going 180 plus 180 plus 180 plus 180. Okay, that's great. Now, I got a question for you. We went from a 3-sided figure, right, all the way down to a 10-sided figure. After 10, the names we don't really have names anymore after 10. So instead of calling it a decagon, right, that's 10 sides. Once you get to 11 sides, that's called an 11gon or a 12gon. A 13gon, a 14gon, a 300gon. We don't have names past really 10 that we talk about, just so you're aware. But let's say I go, okay, I want to know how many degrees are in a 29gon. How would you figure that out without having to go all the way through? So 180 times what? So times 29. So let's think about this for a sec. Let's look. Pentagon, did you do 5 times 180 to get this? What did you do? You did 3 times 180. Why? Because you're talking about the number of triangles. So a 5-sided figure has 3. A 6-sided figure has 4. Are you noticing the pattern?
Oh.
So from here to here, what happens? You're subtracting 2, right? So no matter how many sides you have, you take your number of sides, subtract 2, that's going to tell you how many triangles you have, and then take that number and multiply it times 180. That'll give you this. Yes, sir. Huh? Right, so if it's a 29-sided figure, how many triangles would it have? It would have 27 triangles. So I would take the 27 and I would multiply it times 180. You've just come up with the formula. That is the formula we're going to use. Let's write it down. So right underneath, excuse me, it says sum of the interior angles. So what we did was we took the number of sides. We did what with it? Subtracted 2 always. So we took the number of sides. I'm going to put n for number of sides. We subtracted 2. And then what did we do with that number? Times what? Times 180. Perfect. There's your equation. So n is the number of sides. So that you remember. So we take our number of sides of your polygon, subtract 2, multiply times 180. That will give you the sum of all of the interior angles. All of them. Now, to find one individual angle, a regular polygon is one where all of the sides are the same and all of the angles are the same. So in other words, it's a picture where everything is like symmetric. Everything looks exactly the same. To find the measure of an individual angle, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take the total amount of all of our interior angles, and we're going to divide it by the number of sides. And that's going to tell me what just one angle is equal to inside of a regular polygon. So I'm going to put the formula down below. I just don't have enough room up there. So to find a single I don't want to write single, one interior angle, I'm going to take the sum of all interior angles, and I'm going to divide it by the number of sides. So just write it down and I'll explain it in a second. That's it in words. The sum of all interior angles divided by the number of sides. If we write it like as a math equation, it looks like this. We take our number of sides minus 2 times 180. That gives me the total number of interior angles. And then I divide it by that number of sides. Okay, so that looks crazy, but I'll show you in a moment. It's going to make your life a lot easier. I'm sorry? Yeah, because the back literally says practice with algebra on the back. Super fun, right? You just knew where I was headed, Zarian. You just knew it. You were so excited for the algebra. All right, let's do some practice. I'll show you what I mean. Number 1. Find the sum of the interior angles of a 15-gon. So that means a 15-sided figure. How would I figure out the interior angles? What do I have to do? What? What times 180?
Is it not 30 minus 2?
Oh yeah, minus 2. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. That's why I was asking. So 15, subtract 2, gives you 13. And then you multiply that times 180. And whatever you get is your answer. So, what's 13 times 180? 2,340 what? Degrees. Ta-da! We're done. That was it. That was the whole problem. Doesn't get easier than that, right? No, it's not. Number 2, find the sum of the interior angles of a 21-gon. So a 21-sided figure, what do I do? Subtract 2. Good, I get 19, and then I multiply that times 180. Crazy people. 3,420 degrees. Okay, that's it. That was it. No, it's not. When have I ever lied to you?
A couple times.
Name 5 times. I say I always what? Look, unless you can give me 5 concrete examples, it's not real. No, that wasn't even an example. Okay, number 3. What is the measure of each interior angle of a regular pentagon? Each means one individually. So now think for a second. Pentagons, how many sides?
5.
Pent is 5. Okay, 5-sided figure. So in total, how would I figure out the total amount of degrees on the interior? What would I do?
You would do 3 times 180.
Good, you would do 3 times 180. Okay, so we're going to take 5 minus 2, which is 3, right? We're going to multiply it times 180. And then all we're going to do is we're going to take that number, we're going to divide it by the number of sides. And how many sides does a pentagon have? 5. So you're going to do 3 times 180. What's 3 times 180? It's already on your sheet. You already have it.
540.
540. And you're going to take 540 and you're going to divide it by 5. That's good. It's going to tell you what each individual angle is. What's 540 divided by 5? 108 degrees. Boom, you're done. Easy peasy. Try number 4. Okay, who can tell me what they got? That's Aaron, because he's answered like 3 questions already. Someone else. Who can tell me what they got? Kia?
160.
160 what? Degrees. Do we agree or disagree with Kia? Yes or no? Show me 3 thumbs. Yeah or no? Beautiful. Good job. So you take number of sides, 18. Subtract 2, which would be 16. Multiply that times 180. You get 2,880. And then divide it by the number of sides is 18. Don't get yourself like flipped out here. Sometimes I see people do 18 minus 2. They put 16, and then they also put 16 down here. So be careful that you're putting the correct number of sides. You're not subtracting 2 from it once you divide over here. Okay, there you go. You're done with interior angles. That was easy, wasn't it? Questions so far? We feel good? So far, so good? Okay, exterior angles. Can I have somebody read this little paragraph here? Exterior. This little paragraph.
Exterior angles are always supplementary to their
Louder.
Exterior angles are always supplementary to their adjacent interior angles. On the polygons below, find the measure of each exterior angle along with the sum of all the exterior angles.
Okay. So interior means inside. Exterior means outside. Did you say outside? Outside. Now it says exterior angles are always supplementary. What does the word supplementary mean? Yeah, adds up to 180. So angles that are exterior angles that are supplementary to their adjacent interior angles. What does the word adjacent mean? I mean connected. They're next to each other. Good. So adjacent means touching. They're next to each other. They share a side. So let's take a look at this triangle here. Now, I'm not going to do it, but if I were to add up all of the angles on the interior, what should I get inside of that triangle? I should get 180 degrees. Good. Now, each angle is on the interior. Right next to each angle on the arrows, there's an exterior angle right outside. So this is an exterior angle out here. This is an exterior angle out here. And this is an exterior angle out here. The two that are next to each other should be supplementary. That means they should add up to 180. So if this angle right here at the bottom is 40 degrees, what does this angle over here have to be? So when I add them together, I got 180. It would have to be 140 degrees. Good, let's write that in. If this angle's 79, what would this angle have to be to get me to 180? 101 degrees. Good. So I'm just subtracting. And what would this angle on the outside over here have to be with 61? 119. Good. Now, those are my exterior angles on the outside. Over here it says, what is the sum of your exterior angles. What does sum mean? Add them together. Okay, what happens when you add them together?
You get 360.
Okay, so in a triangle, my exterior angles add up to be 360. Now, I want you to try, you don't have to do the hexagon because that's too many. Do the quadrilateral and the pentagon. Take a minute. I want you to try those two. So remember, they're supplementary. Everything should add up to 180. So all you're doing is figuring out the exterior angles. When you're done, put your pencil down. So now we're ready to hop on to the next one. Take one more minute. I actually don't know where my pass is, but just go. It'll be fine. Okay. I've zoomed in on my quadrilateral. The four numbers I got for my quadrilateral are, starting at the top and going around, 56, 104, 91, and 109. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Are you cool there? All right. Now, when you add those four numbers together, what did you get? 360. Interesting. What are you noticing already? They're both 360 even though they're different shapes. Odd. Let's try the pentagon. So here are my numbers again going around, starting at the top. 82, 59, 93, 50, and 76. When you add them together, I think you forgot one. What do you get? Did I do that wrong?
360.
Huh. Interesting. You get 360 again. What are you noticing?
But they're all adding up to 360.
They're all adding up to 360. Yes. So without doing the hexagon, if you were to make a really wild guess, it's kind of like 360. So what's our conclusion? All exterior angles of a polygon add up to be 360. So I'm going to put the sum of all exterior angles of any polygon, doesn't matter what shape it is, any polygon, is 360 degrees. So like it could be a 300-sided figure. The exterior angles are still going to add up to be 360 every time, no matter what. What does 360 make? Yes, what shape does 360 make? A circle, yeah. Oh, I do have like a visual. Shoot. Oh, I'll have to find it for tomorrow. All right, let's do a little bit of practice, and then we'll pretty much we'll be done once we really do these last 4 here. Okay. Exterior angle. So number 5 says, what is the measure of each exterior angle of a regular hexagon? Hexagon. How many sides are in a hexagon? 6. Now, if you know the sum of all the exterior angles of that hexagon is what?
Oh, 360.
360. Exterior. We're talking about exterior now. Outside. So if the exterior of a hexagon, think about a hexagon, is 6 sides, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. I know the outside is all 360, but how would I figure out what each individual angle is? What would I have to do?
You would have to divide 360 by 6.
Yeah, perfect. I'm going to take the total amount, 360, and divide by the number of sides I have. What do you got?
60.
60 degrees. That's it. You're done. What? That's it. That's the whole thing.
So then 24 gone.
So to find the measure of an exterior angle of a 24-gon, what would you do? Divide by 24. Yeah, that's it. 360 divided by 24. No. 15 degrees. Good. So each one is 15 degrees. Why you guys gotta harsh my flow? Like, it's fine. It's easy.
It's not mine, it's
It's easy. Okay, last 2. Number 7. If the exterior angle of a regular polygon measures 12 degrees, how many sides does it have?
So wouldn't you have to...
So how did we set up our equation before? What did we do?
Oh, you just do 360 divided by 12. That's the number of sides, isn't it?
Well, is 12 the number of sides?
Oh, no, 12 is the measure.
12 is the measure of the angle. So look, here's what we did. We said 360 divided by the number of sides gives us 1 exterior angle. So if we don't know what the number of sides are, how many 12s go into 360 is essentially what we're trying to figure out, right? But let's write it as an equation.
Isn't that just
30.
360 divided by 12?
It will be, yes.
30, 12.
Yes. So I just was trying to get you, though, into the groove of doing it this way because once it gets a little harder, it's going to be great to know how to set it up the right way. Right? So 360 divided by how many sides are there? We don't know, so I'm going to put like an N or an X or whatever you want to put there. Equals 12 degrees. Yes, we are going to do what Andrea ended up saying, which is just 360 divided by 12. But this is me setting it up as a proportion for you, which you know how to do when you cross multiply. Oh, man. You remember this?
I missed it so much.
I know. Gosh, it missed you too. 360 times 1 is 360. And 12 times x is 12x. And then it's exactly like Andrea said, you're just dividing by 12. Again, I'm just showing it to you this way because when I do add some algebra in, I want you to be able to set it up. And what do you get when you do 360 divided by 12? So there are 30 sides total. 30 sides. Okay, I want you to try number 8. Same thing. Try number 8. And we'll go from there. Who said it was a new me? That's not my motto.
What is your mom?
My motto is New Year, same me. Be mean. Be meaner. That's my motto.
Love that.
Love that for us. Okay, I hear a lot of pencils being thrown down. So, who can tell me how many sides does a polygon have if one exterior angle is equal to 40 degrees? What'd you get?
9.
9 sides. Beautiful. Good job. Give yourself a pat on the back. Snaps, everyone. Snap. Okay. Why are we laughing? There's nothing funny happening. Okay. We are gonna save your favorite algebra for tomorrow. Okay. So we are done for the day. I need you to take those bad boys. I need you to keep them in your notebooks, and you cannot lose them. We're doing the backside tomorrow. Okay. So put those away, and then if you borrowed a calculator, put those away, and then you have no homework. We're done for the day.
The like Siri thing from your AirPods.
Yes, way off in that.
You're going to want to know what happened.
I don't think you do, Miss
Yeah, you
Spencer.
don't.
You'll be
Okay.
pretty upset.
Oh, man.
You'll be disappointed.
Oh, man. Well, then why are we doing it if you know I'm going to be disappointed?